What up? What up? It's Ed Webb, Ibn Webb, Quran is some here, doing this official thanks thing. That's just how we doing it here. Actually, these guys here, Marcus Sedan, a big part of my life. I mean, like pivotal part of my life. That transition, just leaving the crib, going to a whole nother state. I had no clue about never even stepped foot in the state till I got dropped off. These guys are actually there. Probably same experiences or what have you. I was fortunate enough to know that they was from, or rather found out that they was from Jersey, which actually was obviously a common bond. Marcus was actually my roommate. Dan was down the hall. We played football. Did the postgraduate thing here. Definitely. It came into my life at the right time in regards to just that whole transition from high schooler into young adulthood or what have you there, and just trying to make decisions and try to, begin navigating this life of mine. So very appreciative of them. So neither one knows the other is coming on. So that part is the fun part about it. So, get them to both catch up with each other here, just say what's up. I know it's been years. So looking forward to it. This is why I do this, man. Just my appreciation just for those who've been in my life, my everyday heroes. So just hold tight.
There we go. What's up, big man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Everything
looking
good.
Like, looking like Grizzly Adams.
Man. Yo, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. So
you're playing games with me right now, man. I can't handle this.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No. Look at him. wait, everybody got the Grizzly Adams look. What's going on, man?
What's up?
What's up, Dan, man? How you been?
Good. How about you?
I can't complain, man. I'm alive and kicking, bro. You still coaching?
Nah, I'm done. Last year was my last year.
Oh, really? What made you stop?
My son is getting ready to go into high school, so I don't want to miss anything he's got going on.
Got you. He's playing?
He wrestles and plays lacrosse.
Oh, wow. He went the complete opposite way. I hear you.
Yeah, we travel a lot for wrestling, so I wouldn't be able to do it if I was coaching. What's going on with you?
Same thing, man. I'm not coaching anything, but I officiate football. I'm a referee in the Missouri Valley.
Okay.
I'm working. Actually, I'm about to start a new gig on Monday at a different nonprofit in the city. I got an 11-year-old who's absolutely insane. He's insane, man. But he plays soccer. He does jujitsu.
Okay.
He doesn't really do the football thing, man. I don't think he's gonna do it, which is which is all right. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Right, I hear you.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it at all, man. I don't. That's it, man. Married and just chilling. That's about it, dude. Doing stuff I never thought I'd be doing. That's it, man. That's it. That's about it. Yeah. It's good to see you, man. You still over there in Jersey, right?
What's up?
You still in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I teach here, so I'm stuck for another 8 years at least.
What grade you teaching?
High school.
Oh,
phys ed.
You got phys ed high school? Okay.
Yeah.
These kids are different, aren't they, man?
Crazy. It's not even the kids, it's the parents, really.
Man.
Kids could do no wrong in their eyes. Like, it's never the kid's fault. There's no accountability for anything. It's crazy.
That sounds right. You at Rutherford?
No, I work in Teaneck.
Oh, you're in Teaneck. Okay.
Yeah.
Teaneck High?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you got you got some things going on over there, man. I saw the little football brawl y'all had with the crosstown rivalry, man. What the hell was that about?
That's not where I was coaching, though. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I'm looking at this. I'm like, yo, are they serious about this at a football game?
That was nuts.
Yo, Ed, man, you should have seen it.
I'm about to say what happened. I don't even know what happened, man.
I don't
They
know.
lost. It,
Yeah,
it
they
was
lost,
the
right?
Thanksgiving Day game against Hackensack. They lost,
Okay.
and a brawl broke out. It was in the newspaper, everything.
Mm.
It wasn't like, oh no, it was blah
No, it
blah,
was their
throwing
helmet
helmets,
swinging. Yeah, it
yo,
was crazy.
everything.
It was
Helmets
crazy.
swinging, people came out of the stands helping. It
Yeah.
was insane. It was something I've never seen before, man.
Did that spill over to the school, back over to the school?
No, no, it was once it ended on the field, that was it.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it. It was over.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys, man. Like I said, I figured I'd surprise both of y'all. You know, being as far, yeah,
This is a
yeah,
great surprise. I
yeah,
tell you
yeah.
that much, man.
Well, last time is it Maine you guys last seen each other?
Yeah,
Yeah,
92 or
92.
93, actually, 93.
Mhm. It's been that
Yeah.
long, man. It's been a
Yeah.
long
Wow.
time.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And Dan, you have how many kids now?
Two
Yeah,
boys.
two.
Just
Two
the
boys.
two boys. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
your oldest is in high school?
yeah. He don't
how
do
old
it. He's 16. He's a computer game connoisseur. He don't anything physical is not him. And I don't understand it. And I'm done trying to figure it out.
Let it go, man. Let
That's
it go.
That's it. It is what it is.
Let it go. Miles is he's sort of into it too, man. But I was like, yo, look, dude, I can't. I was like, I told him you can do whatever you want, but you gotta play a sport. You gotta play one sport in here. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I was like, it just can't be figure skating because it's not a sport. But you know,
Right.
you can do whatever you want, man. But
I
it's
tried
been-
my oldest in track when he was young. This guy is the only kid walking. I was like, no.
Was
No,
walking
it's not
walking in the sprint or long distance. He was just
sprint. He was just chilling. He was like, sprint, what? He wasn't doing anything.
Let me tell you, man. I had so Miles. I started him out with flag football a little bit. So he was like 5, 6. So I was like, all right, man. And he was doing it, and I kind of got sucked into coaching him. I was like, man, I don't want to do this, but I did it anyway. So at one point, I was like, all right, Miles, I need you to play quarterback. He has a really good memory, man. He could see things. So he knew all the kids' names on the team. So the way they had it set up, I could stand back there while he throws a pass. So I'm like, Miles, hit Mamadou. And Miles will fake right and throw it. And I ain't even teaching that. I'm like, all right, cool. We got something. So they won one game. They won their second game because they were the youngest team. So all the other parents, all these other coaches had picked their players. So they gave me, basically I had the scrub. So I was like, all right, cool. We got 2 games under our belt now. We get to the third game. So we doing this play, we doing something. I said, this other coach who started helping me, this father, he was like, yo, you should have Miles run. He's fast. I was like, yo, you know what? That's a great idea. I said, Miles, I need you to do this run for me. He said, no. I said, what? What you mean, no? Like, you know, he looked at me, he said, all I do is throw touchdown passes. I said, yo, dude. I'm like, yo, man, I need you to run. We can hit this run and roll out. He said, no, I'm not throwing it. I want to throw the touchdown pass. I'll throw to anybody, but I'm not running. I said, all right, well, you know, because now I can't, the other kids are watching, so I got to be coached. And that's the hardest thing, right? When you teach coaching your own kids.
Yeah.
And I always said I never want to coach him in anything. I just want to be dad. I looked at this little mofo. I said, you know what? Go sit on the sideline if you don't want to play. You know what he did? He said, okay. Yeah. I stood there. I watched him walk off. He sat down, sat Indian style, was chilling. So, if Anna looked at me, I was like, don't you go say a word to him. I was like, leave him alone. I was like, yo, he sat there the whole game. Just chill the whole second half. He's like, I was like, yo, come. I said, come play defense. He said, nope. It's like, I'm not doing it. I was like, all right, this ain't you. I was like, this ain't gonna be a sport. We'll leave you alone. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough. And now, Dan, did you ever coach your kids anything, or you kind of laid
I
off?
coached them in wrestling, and
Okay.
that didn't work out too good. I mean, it was fine. I think it wasn't good on him because I don't get over losses that easy.
Yeah.
So
Good.
coming home and dealing with me, it's better just to let someone else do it.
Yeah, that car ride, everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. So, and I get that. And that was the same thing with the football, man. It's hard to be both, right? Because because you know your child and you know what they can do, and then you want them to exceed their potential because we all know what we went through, right? And, you know, we were our coaches, like, yo, Ed, hit this, Dan, you know, Marcus, too. So me telling him, he looking at me like I'm crazy. I was like, I can't do this. I can't. I want to enjoy him, enjoy the game. So I was like, yeah, I'm not coaching you in anything.
Mhm.
I was like, I'll just be dad when you fucking up. I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, man, that's not how we do sportsmanship, not in this family.
Right.
Yo, you just gotta
Right.
you gotta eat losses, you eat wins, but learn how to win and learn how to lose, and that's how you get better. Yeah, but he wasn't hearing none of that, man. He was,
Now you've been back to Maine at all since we left there?
I have not been back. I think I went back one time just because I had to go through there, but I haven't been back at all.
Yeah.
I want to go back though. I do want to go back and just check it
Yeah.
out. Have you?
I went years ago. I went to a wedding near there, near Pittsfield. Wasn't
Right.
there?
I was in
But-
Portland. Yeah, I was in Portland.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was about it. I haven't been back since then.
What about you, Ed?
Yeah, I went back. Actually, I've been back a couple of times. One, the host family, Marcus, Nick, when she graduated, I
That's
went
right.
up. I went up for that, and then I had on some job stuff. I had some kids that were down on the southern part of me. I had to drop them off somewhere, but I wound up just making a day or two out of it. And I shot up there. So, but I haven't been back since. And actually, I mean, I with the little one, man, I probably, just on some dad shit, man. I was just like, I just kind of show where the hell I've been to school at. So I'm gonna try to get back up there. I'm definitely gonna try to get back up there. Yeah, man. That was a hell of an experience, man. I mean,
Yeah.
hell of an experience. We were all leaving high school and not knowing what the hell life holds. Cause I never saw the place till I got dropped off. I never
Yeah.
went to visit anything till I got dropped off. Like, that's first and only time, like I said, I saw it. I mean, now you saw it before, Dan, before you went up there, or?
Yeah, I went and visited there in like April,
Okay.
but I spent the night up there, and then, but had no idea what I was in for. You know what I'm saying? It was different.
Yeah.
You go to look at a place, you walk through it, whatever. You're like, okay. Then living there and eating there and being cold up there, it was a totally different than what I expected. But it was cool. I think I appreciate it now that I'm
Right.
older. At the time I was like, oh, I can't wait. Well, I'm only here a year. I can't wait to get out of here. Can't on the months down. But now I'm like, wow, that was cool. I should have. If I'm thinking about it, I wish I stayed up in Maine, man. I think my life would have been a little different. But I dug the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I never saw the place either. So basically what happened with me, man, the coach that was recruiting me to go to Lafayette, he bounced and was like, I was like, huh? And then he wound up at Colgate. So he's like, look, just go do a post-grad year and set me up. And it's like, you should check in there. I'd never seen it. I walked on that campus like, shit, here we go again. Because for me, man, I was used to being around a lot of white people. I was like, man, here we go again. I got to do this shit again. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. So, to come up there and then see like all of y'all, I'm like, all right, cool. I guess my experience, it was cool. Like you, Dan, I'm like, now that I think about it, yeah, I wish I had tried to, let me say it better. I wish, knowing now, like the shit we've been through and what we do, I wish we would have taken chances at that age than what we're willing to take chances now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now you be like, yo, if some opportunity pop up in like New Mexico, you be like, yo, I could give it a shot. When we was that age, we like, what? New Mexico, man, I'm going back to Jersey, New York.
Exactly.
Not knowing, not knowing the benefits of it all, man. But I dig Maine. Actually, to your point, Ed, I plan on taking Miles up there. So it's been 2 years now. Yeah, because Miles he was 9. Miles and I, we took a road trip halfway across the country. So we drove all the way to St. Louis, down to Memphis, down through Memphis, and we went down to New Orleans, and then we came back. So that was like our little summer 1 week. I was trying to do 2 weeks, but the job was killing me, so I couldn't do it. Because, remember, I used to live out in St. Louis. So, Dan, I don't know if you knew, I used to live out in St. Louis for about 4.5 years.
Okay.
It's like a prison sentence, man. The people out there are different, bro. I'm telling you, man. Yo, Dan, you ain't seen shit. It's a whole nother world out in St. Louis, man. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this road trip and just see how it works out. But it was cool, man. It was real good bonding. Miles, he likes to travel and stuff. So just seeing that, and I'm like, damn. So now he on some kick. He's like, well, look, let's take the northeast corridor, go up the main, cut all the way across. I'm like, yo, hold up, Jack. That's like 3 months. What are you talking about? He's like, no, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. I'm like, all right. So, but nah, it is, take your boys when you do go back, just take them and kick it with them, man. It was just a lot of good time spent, a lot of time talking. Having a lot of good fun, man. He was just like, he was seeing different. He's like, come find out. He's like, I like New Orleans. He's like, it's cool down here. I was like, so when you start, like, to your point, Dan, man, have we lived in Maine? Yeah, we wouldn't be running the rat race. It'll be a little bit easier.
Totally different.
Totally different, man. Totally different.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be running this rat race, man.
And that's crazy because Marcus, like, I just talked to Miss Chinquette not too long, like last week. Shit.
Oh, really?
So like obviously just me keeping in touch with her, and obviously when that was my host mother, our host mother, like she wound up going to Tampa for like about 20 years. So so I still kept in touch with her, like even though my grandparents grandfather lived down there. So when I went down, I saw her once or twice. So I always kept in touch, like periodically reach out if I was down there. I saw her like twice or what have you. And actually, the last time I saw her, my daughter it's probably about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I had to go down to Orlando, and I wanted to, let my daughter meet her, or what have you, man. But and to your point, man, like I said, I think that's just like interesting time. Like I didn't know what the hell's in my future or whatever the case may be, man. Like just ripping and running with you guys. I mean, I knew about MCI because basketball wise, I mean, I knew actually had guy from Orange. He went up there. He wound up playing up there, and actually a guy from North played up there as well. So I was very familiar as far as the basketball side. And I think their little go-to. I don't know if y'all remember their little ads and shit was the Sports Illustrated article. It was that was part of the little recruiting tool and shit they would use for that. And then obviously, it was just crazy even us sitting there watching them practice, man. And you seen all these damn, like, I don't even remember if it was the Calhouns, just all sitting in the row in that gym just watching. I was like,
that was crazy.
This is nuts. Like they flying up here just to see these guys play, man. So that was just crazy in itself.
Who was the basketball coach? Good? Was that his name? Coach Good?
Coach Good, yeah. Max Good.
He was crazy. He was a funny dude.
He was funny.
Yeah. And interesting.
He had them in check, though, man.
Yeah, he had them in check.
He had them in check, man.
Yeah, he had them in check. Interesting. When I talked to Miss Chinquette too, I know we remember this guy because the only teacher I remember was Mr. Miller. If y'all named him, the math teacher.
The math teacher.
Math teacher.
Miller, yeah.
I asked, I was like, Hans, he's still alive? She just like, yeah, no, he's actually retired. She said she sees him because Miss Chinquette is back in Maine, back in that area. She's like, I see him out walking every now and then. So it's like he's still up there.
He's still up there.
Yeah, he's still up there.
Whatever happened to Barnard, man? Coach Barnard.
I don't know.
He was I heard something like he was out recruiting, came back, and they were like, it's over. It's done.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like,
he was out on the road, had no idea, came back.
He back until
you might as well pack now, too.
Yeah, he was too smart for his own good. Very smart. He was a smart guy, but
highly intelligent.
Odd as hell. He just very like quirky and weird.
Weird. Really weird. Yeah.
I remember when he called you Moonhead, Ibn. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo. He said, we got Moonhead. I was like, who? I was like, oh wow. Wow. But he was, because he went to Williams for a little while. I know he went down there and coached.
Okay.
Or he had latched on, but then I don't know what happened after that, man. I don't know. You're right. He was a weirdo, man.
Now I don't think they have any sports there anymore, right? No.
It's just a PG. Sports? It's just no PG sports. They do have PGs. Just academically, they just go there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have no PG sports. Yeah. Man. Who else? Cassidy. That was
your boy.
Yeah. Because he's right next door. His room's right.
Yeah, his room's right next door.
Yeah. Nah, he took care of me, man. A couple $, whatever. No, absolutely. Nah, he took care of me. And I remember we just all looking crazy, man. The only social life we had, we get in that goddamn van and go to Waterville to some little club.
Would have been.
Yeah. looking crazy. All of us
Would have been.
basketball players getting out of the fucking van here, man. It was crazy. I wouldn't trade it, and I'm so glad, like, just able to obviously experience that year. Because, like I said, it was just like I didn't know what was ahead of me. I didn't know anything, man. It was just like, yo, like one supermarket, that one movie theater that played movies from like 6-8 months ago back in
Right.
Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
nothing.
Nothing.
Being so cold, there was nothing. I mean, even if you could go outside, we never went outside. We just stayed in the dorms, playing video games,
That's
making
it.
videos. Like it was nothing to do.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to. I remember when we used to eat out of the vending machine because it was too cold to walk across the little campus to get food.
Yeah,
to go to the cabin.
I'm staying in here.
We was eating food and crazy ass. So what was his name? Scro? Scro used to come with all the crazy.
That was your room, was that? No, that wasn't your roommate. But I remember. Okay.
Scro used to come with all the crazy food. We're like, what? He's like, nah, this is good. I got some dry goods. I'm like, yo, Scro, man.
Like all that
And
shit. Like,
the dudes from Japan, remember those cats?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And we had somebody from like Africa. His name like Rutledge, I think his name was.
Yeah, Rutledge and Pushkin, Pumpkin. What was his name? What was the other kid from Bermuda? Pushkin.
Yeah.
Somebody, the kid from Spain. It was like you said, Japan, Spain, Africa. It was just crazy.
I always wanted to know what would make them go there. Like you left Spain to come to this school, like you know, we went there obviously for sports and to get our grades, but them, what was the incentive to leave Japan? Like, were you just looking at a map one day and was like,
or something like coming to America shit, right?
Yeah. You know what's funny about that, man? I remember talking to one of the Japanese kids and they were saying, I was like, yo, I thought all y'all was smart. He was like, nah, I remember him saying, he said, nah, that's fictional. He's like, he said, the ones you see that are smart, he goes, there's very, very few. He said, the rest of them are dumb like us. He's like, I didn't like, he had me cry. I was like, what? He was like, don't believe that, man. He said, that's just not true. He said, you know, all the ones you see, he said, that's just one like school that they send all those smart kids to. He said, the rest of us, he said, we're not like that. He's like, I was like, okay. I don't know how you got here, partner, but welcome.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Should have went to Boston where there's a Chinatown or something, man.
Something they had cold as hell and we get stuck messing up. What was that? Breakfast Club, all that having to get. Yeah.
I was there a lot.
Yeah. It's like 5, 6 in the morning having to just stare at the wall and sit.
5:30 in the morning, just go sit in that room.
Yeah. And I tried to find him, but I couldn't find him. Man, I would love to see what Lamont's up to. I mean, if he's, like I said, I hope he's alive and well, man. I would love
Me too.
Yeah.
I know Sean, man. I ran into Sean a couple of times. Sean was driving buses and he was working for the city of Bridgeport.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Driving the city buses. Yeah, Sean was Washington. I ran into him a couple of times because you know my wife is from Bridgeport. So one day I was standing on the corner talking to someone. And the bus driver came through and I looked, he said, yo, Marcus. I was like, oh, shit, Sean. Yeah. So, but he was chilling, man. Looked like the same old Sean, Diesel, bald head. He's just Sean. He had told me he had ran into Lamont. Lamont was living down in Stanford, but then after that, he said he lost contact with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, but I haven't seen Sean in a while, but yeah, that's all he was doing. He's still in Connecticut, migrating between Bridgeport and New Haven. But I haven't ran into him since then.
Now think about the games we played, man. We played double headers. It was wild.
I tell people that story all the time. They're like, no way. I'm like, yo, I would have 20 carries, get on a bus, eat a cheese sandwich,
and go play another game
for an hour, get up and have another 20 carries in another game.
Yeah. I remember that. Remember when we went down there to what was that? Rhode Island, played Salve Regina, and then played Navy Prep the next day. Yeah, yo, come on, man. We can't do this. This is killing me.
Yeah, crazy. Think about that now. Like you can't even practice for 3 hours, like in 2 days in a row. Now we played 2 games in a row.
Headers.
Right? Unheard of. Yeah. And we just shook it off. We wasn't like, really? We just like, all right. Let's go. We got a game.
That was crazy. Double headers. I forgot about that, man.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I remember the Salve game we played. You know, that was their first ever
Their
collegiate.
first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I started reffing them about a couple of years ago, and I was laughing with the coach. Coach, like, you ever been here? I was like, actually, I played in your first game that y'all played. He said, the head coach then, he goes, I was an assistant coach then. I was like, are you serious? He goes, you wasn't on that MCI team. I was like, yes, I was. He's like, holy shit. We was just sitting there laughing about it. But they built up a pretty good program, man.
Yeah.
They have.
built up a pretty damn good program, man.
What are they now? They D2?
No, they're still D3. They're still
Okay.
D3. I think they were looking to move into D2. Yeah, man, they done won a couple of conference championships. They not bad. Solid squad, man. Solid
they got
squad.
some money behind them too, I'm sure.
Yeah, long money.
Yeah.
And the ratio is still like 70% women, 29%
Yeah.
dudes. Yeah, it's still something crazy like that. But yeah, solid squad. They got a nice facility, nice field.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, the whole nine, man. They built up a strong program there.
What's that? That's Newport? Is that?
Yeah, still in Newport.
Okay.
Still in Newport.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, them games is crazy, man. Like, just like you said, double headers and back-to-back days. Like, and to Dan's point, man, no way in hell that will fly.
No.
Nah, you
No,
can't-
like I said, the guidelines they came out with for high school practices now, you know, you have your acclimation days where you don't even have equipment on.
Acclimation days.
With the heat, I know, right? With us, they were like, yeah, you better get acclimated to not having water.
Yeah.
Yo, go ahead, Dan.
And then then you could only practice like 2 hours one day, 3 the next. I'm like, shit, that shit didn't fly when we were playing.
Yo, well, you know, Ibn, man, during the games, we had to give water breaks. We had to give like mandatory water. If it was too hot, like in a high school game, I had to like literally, all right, we got to do a water break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do water breaks for y'all. I'm like, yo, this is bullshit. We ain't getting no water breaks, man. We was out there eating dirt, spitting out grass with water. But yeah, it's changed a lot. It has changed
We
a
used to
lot.
have to walk to that practice field.
Down the hill.
When I first
Down
got there, I thought we practiced.
No,
on
no,
the
not down the
campus.
hill. We played. It was somewhere else. It wasn't even on
Yeah.
campus.
Yeah,
It was
it was
somewhere
on
else.
campus.
Yeah.
I remember like cutting through yards and shit.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. And like you guys said earlier, man, like stuff if you would have known what you didn't know, what you know now, man, it'd be a whole lot different, man. Like,
Yeah.
Particularly for me, man. And I think even with you guys, I know y'all went on to play, you know, even at the higher levels here in college too, man. So that, I mean, obviously Marcus at Colgate, and Dan, you finished up what, Montclair State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Montclair, I was talking to somebody about that conference, man. Y'all played. Damn, everybody that should have been D1 or 2 went to played in that damn conference over at Rowan and
Yep.
everybody. Yeah, so
All these transfers coming in and everything. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that conference
real good athletes.
That conference you was in, man, it was so like even it kind of slowed down some from the officiating standpoint, but it's not as bad as it used to be when you played there. So you don't get as many as a transfer. But when you was there, it was like you had all the degenerates from Division
Renegades.
One. Yo,
Renegades.
yo, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I was like, what's wrong with them? Yo, just you got 6'5" DNs coming in like
crazy.
like,
Look like they go into the league. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then you get there and you be like, yo, why you here? Oh, yo, I couldn't pass test. Yo, I hit the coach. Yo, I spit on him. I'm like, you did what? Like, yo, and this was their true stories. Like, even when I do, because sometimes I do JUCO ball, man. And, some of these kids, you always see one player, right? So, like, for instance, what's the team up there in Pennsylvania?
Allegheny, Lackawanna.
Lackawanna should really be a 4-year school, but they're 2-year schools, so they're JUCO. Yo, man, I remember they had this kid 3 years ago. I'll never forget this play. This kid did a cut on the sideline, right? And the ball, he stopped. And when I say he jumped up and his feet was at the top of the D-back's head and he caught the ball and did like a Lynn Swan ballerina move and landed in bounds, I was at back judge. I said, oh, shit. The coach from the other team said, well, damn, you can't do nothing about that. That's an NFL play. I heard the coach say that. Like, that's how good these kids were, man. I talked to a kid. I said, what's up, man? He's like, well, I'm looking at Syracuse here. And I was like, why are you here? yo, man, I was beefing, you know, I couldn't do this. I was like, so this is really last chance you. I was like, you guys just got issues. It ain't, some of them are smart. I was like, yeah, I just didn't go to, one kid literally told me, he's like, I just didn't go to class. I was
Yeah.
like, why not? He was like, I just wanted to play football. I didn't give a shit about class.
No.
He's like, I didn't care about class. So coach didn't say nothing. Principal didn't say nothing. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you remember when Barnard made that dude walk home from the game or final ride home? We was
Yeah.
warming up.
Yeah.
Jeff Gabus, was that his name? He was a
Yeah,
running
Jeff,
back.
he was a running back, Jeff Gates. Yeah.
I mean, he's like, get in, and he got in, and he screwed up. He's like, get me a back that knows what they're doing.
Right.
This is doing pregame. So he's like, you don't play me anyway. After the game, he's like, Jeff, what you're gonna want to do is find a ride home.
I remember that, yeah, because we laughed so hard. I was like, yo, is he really gonna make a one? He said, yeah, what you're gonna want to do is,
Yeah, look, Jeff, what you're gonna want to do is try to find a ride home.
because you don't talk to me like that. Jeff was like, fuck you. He's like, okay, well, you can do that when you're finding the ride home. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
I know it was a nut, man. He was a nut, dude.
Now, what got you to coach it, then?
That's something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be a gym teacher and a coach. I guess just because that's the people that kind of pointed me in the right direction. You know what I mean? So right when I was done playing, I actually volunteered at Rutherford for a year. And then I started, the year after that, I started coaching at Parsippany Hills.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
wait,
you got it, Marcus.
were you coaching those years when Parsippany Hills was running things? Was that during your era?
We won 2 state titles.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say that was that year. Those are those years when I was down there kicking ass.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm the head coach. I'm real good friends with, like one of my good friends. He's built a solid program there. We got there. His first year there, he brought me in because my cousin worked for him at New Milford. Okay. So I got on with them. We were 4-5 our first year, then 2-8, and then we just went on a run.
Yeah, you went on a run for a good 5 years.
Yeah, but
good 5-6 years.
My last year, 2019, that was my last year. We won the state title again that year.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you started there, and once you started there, you got promoted. Was it Pagoda? You went to Pagoda from there?
I went to Pagoda. Yeah. I guess
that's your first head coaching gig, right?
Yeah. Okay. That was talk about a learning experience.
Yeah, 14, remember I went down and saw you, man.
Yeah, you and Corey came.
Yeah.
14 kids on a team, man. It was rough.
Wow.
Just trying to run practice like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was definitely challenging. We ended up going JV. We played like 4 varsity games. We finished the season as a JV team. Okay. That was crazy.
How long you stayed there?
1 year. I was one and done.
That was just 1 year.
Yeah, because the job in Teaneck opened up, and I took that because that's where I was working. So I got that, and it just made sense. I had to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I did that for 3 years, and then I went back to Parsippany Hills.
So when you were at Teaneck, what was going on at Teaneck? I'm trying to. What was that the time when Hackensack was kind of like running things? Because there was a period when you guys were going back and forth a little bit.
Always back and forth.
Okay.
You know, Hackensack, Teaneck. It was my 1 year I beat them. We were 3-5 going into the game. They were. I think they were a playoff team. Yeah, they were a playoff team. We had no business beating them. I ended up beating them. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's all you could throw when those two teams play. Throw records out. Doesn't matter. It's always a good game. A toss up. You win.
Okay.
And so you get all that as far as even down at Teaneck. So that must have been 90 days. 14 kids to what? 50 kids?
Well, it was weird. They had cut their freshman program in Teaneck before I got there. I did fundraising, and then the dude Tamba Hali played for Teaneck. He actually donated money so we could have a freshman team.
Okay.
So when I got back there, I brought freshman football came back. So we had a full, 3-level program, varsity, JV, freshman. And then the next year, though, I had to fundraise to keep it going. It was just, everything was too much for me. That's 3 years. I was like, you know what? And everybody had a say.
I'm sure the
or wanted me
politics
to
is
do
crazy, man.
something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone wanted me to do something, but nothing was benefiting the program from it. It was, what could I do for them? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so I was just like, you know what? And I got a bunch of offers to be at DC at a couple places. And I just was like, I'm going back to Park Hills. I just need to be around guys that I trust, I know, and
Yeah.
get back to work how I know it should be done. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You ever think about jumping into college, man?
No, nope.
No, you don't want to do it. Too much
Nah.
commitment.
True. Yeah, it's time. And first of all, the money, unless you're going to a big school, you're
Mhm.
not, and to leave high school practice and then, a high school teaching job and then go to like a D3 practice, it's not worth it.
Okay, fair enough.
If I was younger, maybe, start there and then see what happens, but too old.
Gotcha. You see
Yeah.
C. Wise down at where's he at? Elon now?
He actually emailed me when I was coaching. He was asking about a kid. I don't know if he was at Elion yet. He was
Yeah,
somewhere though.
He was at Colgate. He was at Colgate
Okay,
for a
yeah,
while.
okay, that's
he
what
was
it
at
was.
Colgate for a long while.
Yeah,
He just went down to Elon like last year. I think this is his
Oh,
third
okay.
year now. Yeah, it might be his third year now.
What's he do? Is he like an OC or DC or?
I want to say he's OC down there. He's either
Okay.
OC or assistant head coach. Yeah, so when he was up at Colgate, man, he started off tight ends, then he was running quarterbacks, and then he was really getting his feet wet up there. At some point, he started calling plays. Once Biddle stepped down and Dan Hunt came in, he was calling the plays. So he was really kind of operating as the OC. Then this opened up down at Elon for him and he shot down there, took it.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't knock him on it, man. Chris was always the X and O guy.
Yeah.
He was always
Smart
the
dude.
X and O guy, yeah, smart dude. So he was doing really well. And he was
Now, Elon, where's that at? Where's that?
North Carolina?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I was always wondering what he was up to.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing really well. So every now and then he's on this group text we have from college. So every now and then he'll jump on. I reach out to him and talk to him a little bit. But yeah, he's doing all right. 2 kids, married, 2 girls, I think. 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 girls. Married, chilling.
Speaking of college, man, took this referee thing to Missouri Valley Conference, man. Like where we going next? We gonna catch you on Sundays?
I'm trying, man. I would love that. But I'm just so the Valley's part of the COC, which is the Valley, the MAC, then the Big Ten, man. I would like to get to the Big Ten. And if that happens, you hit me up for tickets, I got you. Shit. Actually, if you ever see in the area or something, man, I gotta let you guys know what my schedule's like. If you somehow taking a road trip and you in the area when I'm doing the game, I can reserve a ticket for you if you want to at least just come see the game, man. But now it's been a great experience. What got me into it, like when I first came out of college, I was actually coaching like a little rec league over here type of thing, sandlot stuff in New York City, trying to bring, but the kids were cool. I was learning a lot. And then some people wanted me to keep reffing. I'm like, yo, I'm in corporate America. It's a little harder. It was hard for me at the time, because I'm like, yo, in order for me to really give to the kids, I need the time. And they were like, look, man, we'll move practice for you to come coach. We like what you did with the team. I'm like, like I said, when we were younger, I'm chasing money. I'm like, nah, I don't got time for this shit. Now looking back on it, I wish I had did it. I wish I would have stuck with it. But so one day I was playing in a flag football game. And this one ref was like, yo, because I was arguing with him about something. He's like, you should ref. He goes, you'd be really good at it. And then I just jumped into high school. Then from high school, you know how it goes there. Then you just start meeting different people. And I started doing D3. I was doing ECAC for a little while. I was doing games up and down here. I actually did a Montclair State versus Salve Regina game a couple of years back. So I was doing all that. And then COC, someone that was in there had recommended me, and I went to their developmental camp down at Vanderbilt. So the next year they called me, they was like, look, we're gonna start giving you a schedule. And my first game was a MAC game, actually. It was Illinois State versus Northern Illinois. I did that game. Then for the past 2 years, minus the COVID year, I've been having a full schedule with the CLC. In fact, I just came back yesterday from North Dakota State. I was up there. I did that South Dakota State, North Dakota State game this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was out there.
Is Evan, you ref too, right?
Yeah, but mine is a little different. I mean, I didn't take it that far. I'm actually trying to get the hell off the field. To be honest, man, I think for me, it's just kind of like these, not even the kids, man, be like the coaches and the parents. So I think my tolerance is like crazy low.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear you.
to a point, like I might make the news or something. You know what I mean? And it ain't even worth all of that for me, man. So what I did then, I think myself and another ref up here, man, we started this nonprofit association of Black sports officials, man, just trying to do like a lot of advocacy work around like with Black officials or officials of color, like whatever it is, if they need, whether it's equipment, whether it's just trainings and other stuff going on here. It was interesting, man. It wound up 2 years ago, wound up going out to Africa, Djibouti, Africa, like training as far as we did because I did basketball too. So we wanted to train some folks out there, man. Like I stayed out there for about 10 days, man. And I was just like, man, it's just crazy where an idea can take you. Like it took me like literally to Africa, where I'd never even go. So from there, like I said, we just been trying to just build it up, man. And like whether it was like any kind of training, whether diversity trainings or just wanting to be an official in any sport, just kind of the ABCs of just officiating and stuff, like just doing multiple things, man. So it's still growing and still trying to work at it. Because for me, I still keep my my eligibility and all that just to have it. You just never know, but honestly, dog, man, I want no parts of that field, man. Like, let me just do my little games to stay, stay in good standing. But outside of that, I'm cool. I'll go watch Marcus. I'll go watch whoever, man. But I'm kind of phasing. Yeah. Now, Missouri Valley. Who the hell is in the Missouri Valley?
So you got North Dakota State, South Dakota State, North Dakota's now in there, University of South Dakota, Youngstown State, Northern Iowa,
okay,
Southern Illinois, Illinois State, Western Illinois. I'm forgetting someone. I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's the conference. Missouri, I said Missouri State, right? They're in it too. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So yeah, man, I've been out to North Dakota. Never thought I'd go to Fargo.
Yeah, I've been North Dakota.
Never thought I'd be in Fargo. Dan, it's an interesting place. Been to South Dakota. That's an interesting place. It's taking me some places, man. So I can't really knock it. I've always liked to travel anyway.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Like going to Africa. That how long were you there for?
I was there for about 10 days. So I stayed at the naval base in Djibouti, which was cool. So I obviously around some Americans, but yeah, like I said, I was actually training flag football, folks how to officiate flag football, and also training how to officiate basketball. So that was cool, man. Like I said, I never, like I said, thought I'd get down. And it was and even on the way back, my layovers was my layover on the way back was Dubai, so I got to see Dubai for a quick second. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, like obviously the crazy part about it, I leave it, the wife and the little one because obviously she was a little young, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to see what's to come, man. But yeah, just to have something, an idea, just to take me out there and wherever else, man. Like that's why I just tell anybody, man, you just never know.
Right.
You never know.
And I think, just to piggyback on that, Dan, I lived in Austria for a little bit, man.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was living.
He's chasing that pro dream. He still wanted to play because you played out there, right?
Yeah, I played out there. I was coaching and playing American football. So in Austria and Germany, believe it or not, man, Belgium and all that, American football is huge, man. So they got like their little Euro league. And I guess I was out there around the time when it was just kind of starting out. So I was coaching on this team called the Innsbruck Raiders, man. I still keep in contact with those dudes. So I was living out there, and that really kicked in my travel bug to travel internationally. So I started going all different places. But I think to like what Ibn was saying, when I started traveling, that's when I started realizing like the opportunity we had at Maine. You know, like what we had, a lot of dudes don't get. You know, they just don't get it, and it's really about exposure to different cultures and different things,
Right,
right?
right.
Because think about it. Not if you think about it now, it's like, yo, you were able to come back and coach, man, and you're coaching a multicultural, different people. You're not coaching just all white kids or all black kids. Like, yo,
Right.
I know, and you can relate to anyone and do anything you want. So, you know, that's one of the things like I'm trying to teach Miles about. So, you know, us not having it, us getting it, now it's like trying to pass it to him, like, yo, man, you're gonna do this. And he's like, well, why? I was like, trust me on this. You're gonna see when the time you're 20 and you go out to do different things and you go out to travel, it won't be an issue for you. You won't be scared. You won't have these feelings of anxiety because you've been exposed to it before. And it's all about exposure now. You know, these kids think, oh, because they see it on the internet and on Instagram and on this and that. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. I'm like, nah, you don't really know until you in it, man.
Right, right.
Like you don't know until you in it. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what a winter's like until you've been in Maine, Jack. Yo, we had some winters. Like we didn't, like you said, we didn't go outside, man. It's like, yo,
No, I remember
Hearing your nose
1st,
freeze. Yeah, April 1st. Yeah.
2 feet of snow we got April 1st. I'll never
April
forget
1st.
that. I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
I remember, you remember September, that day we was practicing, it snowed, it rained, it sleeted, it did everything in
one day.
In one day. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, we can't do this. So, you know, and man, I know you kick it with your boys, man, but I try to tell them, like, man, you don't even know, bro. You don't even know what we used to go through. You don't know, watching cats run around with shorts on in 10-degree weather, talking about it's a warm day.
Yep.
Like, yo, couldn't get the pizza man to come out. He said the pizza freezes in the car if you bring it up. Like, you don't know, man.
And what was crazy, even like the folks that lived there, man, like shit, like leaving, like just getting out the car, leaving the key in the ignition. I'm like,
oh yeah, unlocked. Like, nah, we're good. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Like in Jersey, your car won't be here. Like,
Kids taking snowmobiles to school. Remember that?
yeah,
Right,
man.
snowmobiles.
And park them. Like, yeah,
And park them. Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, it was a good experience, man. So living in Austria, then I just went to a couple of different places, man. I've been down to Brazil, shit, a couple of places.
Yeah,
man.
don't go there now.
Nah, I ain't nah, yo, I ain't going down there.
Well, shit, people can say the same thing about America now.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Dan, you didn't know I know how happy Marcus is for me to say this, but I play a little matchmaker with him with his wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she went to Southern.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she went to Southern.
That's when Ed was still trying to do his rap career. He had to come up there. Ed and Marcus did a little concert. I'm like, word? It's like, all right, I'll be up, Ed. I got you. I went up to support him.
Next thing I know, you back up here, she back down there. She living in Austria with you, and she just wore you down, man. That's all that was.
Pretty much.
I tell her that too. She just wore you down, man.
Pretty much. I mean, only can get hit in the head, but so many times, man. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, yo.
Yeah,
good stuff, man.
Totally,
man. I'm happy at the success y'all brothers did, man. It's,
likewise,
man. Hey, same, man.
You know, a lot of people, man. I tell you one thing, you know, this COVID thing has done two things for me. It has shown me how stupid people really are, or it has made people that much stupid, you know, because I just don't get it. But another thing though, man, I realized like, yo, success ain't about the money measurement, man. You know, like what you do, Dan, think about how many kids you put through college, like just through football alone, man. You got so many kids through college. You probably don't even know how many kids you set on the path to make millions of dollars. And they, you know, they gonna one day you're gonna be chilling, cutting your grass. Oh, Coach Sam, yo, man, look at me. You're like, well, damn, that's what it's about. And I mean, you know, you going to Africa and doing what you do, you know, with your nonprofits and all the other things I'll be keeping tabs on with you, man. So it's cool, man. I'm glad, you brought me in on this to see you, Cat, especially Dan, man.
Yeah,
'Cause,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely.
yeah,
definitely. Even with Dan, I just think about the coaching piece, man. I'm sure you, to Marcus' point, you probably get it now, man. Just like, no, Coach Henry, Coach Dan. I'm not sure what they call you, but I mean, I know with coaching, they always say, man, you engrave your name in the hearts of kids, man. You live forever. You know what I mean? And I think that's what a coach does, man. And I think I can only imagine, like, you obviously got your two boys' blood, but you got hundreds of other kids that you probably might be at the gas station or the supermarket or wherever the case may be, man. Like for them to just be like, just to say something to you, or you see them like doing all right with themselves, man. I'm sure that, outside of that tough exterior there that I know you got, that still warms you up, man. That still warms you up to see
Yeah,
that.
no, I see a bunch of players that I have, like I run into them, and I definitely like seeing that. Like, oh, Coach Henry, what's up? And to hear them doing well and stuff, it's like, all right, cool. Especially because if they were a knucklehead,
yeah,
and like kids that I threw off the team and took back, and then
Mhm.
I see that kid like that, and then they're like, oh, thank you, you did this for me, and that straightened me up, or so it's definitely cool. It's
let me
rewarding
ask
in that
you.
aspect.
Let me ask you this, Dan. When you was coaching, man, what was the most challenging obstacle for you while you were coaching? Like looking back on it now, like
It
just
be it depends where I was. There's different. Each job is unique and had different, whether it be no parent involvement, over involvement by parents. You know what I mean? Just unrealistic expectations. Each place brought a unique problem to it. Not problem, but a situation. You know what I
right.
mean?
If you could like take all just think about your career, like with the kids themselves, take all the parents, everyone out. What was the challenging obstacle for you with the kids, man? Like what was it?
Uh, the most challenging thing I think is just the grind of a long season, like keeping them focused on, doing good in school, staying out of trouble, concentrate, coming to practice every day, just being a responsible, trying to make them into a young man, not make them. I know it's not my responsibility, but carry themselves as a young man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was the biggest thing.
Okay. Now that
Yeah,
makes sense to me because like even sometimes, man, when I'm on the field, I talk to some of especially when I do high school, man. Like I do the Catholic League there, so Stepanak, Iona Prep, I do all those games,
Okay.
and like talking to some of those kids sometimes, and they do shit on the field, I be like, yo, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit ain't gonna fly in college.
Mhm.
Kids were like, what? I'm like, yo, man, I ref college. Like, yo, the high school game I do because I enjoy it, it's fun, and I'm trying to get some of the young officials to get better. I was like, yo, but all this antics and all this shit, it ain't gonna fly in college, man. So when your coach screaming at you, he trying to prepare you for the college life.
Right.
You'll get kicked out quickly. And they're
And
looking at me,
someone
they're
else
like,
would be there next.
and that's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, yo, your job is just as, you only as good as what you do each day when you come on this field, man.
Yep.
So take advantage of it. And, sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. So I've always, wondered, when you coaching, like how difficult that is just to stay focused on those, and then stay focused yourself, like you
Right.
got to
Right.
stay focused, keep them focused.
Right.
And you got your own boys, you got to come home and deal with them. And
Yep.
like,
Yep.
And
yeah,
football is so different too, because it's not like basketball where you only got 12, 15 kids. You got a whole crew of people, depending on the school, man. It could be 50 to 100 kids. I mean,
Yeah.
just like it's a lot of people, to Marcus's point, that you oversee. Then ultimately, when things go down, it's you that's you gotta wear that.
When you're the head coach, you have to have an answer for everything. There's no, let me find
Yeah.
out. You're the go-to guy. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's it.
that's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
That type of responsibility is just crazy in itself, man. When you think
Mhm.
about it, it's just crazy.
Yeah, man. And I know, I caught you guys late today, man. But the other thing too, man. Actually, I just want to thank you guys, man. I've been thinking about it all day, man. Like kind of, and like I told you, I did talk to Mr. Care last week, but like I said, man, just for me to just get dropped off pretty much in Pittsfield, Maine, Central Maine, and being out, like I said, just not knowing what the hell's going on. First, I lucked up, obviously Marcus being my roommate, and obviously Dan right down the hall, then just knowing the whole Jersey thing or what have you too, man, that just kind of was a sense of comfort for me. Just again, and I said it earlier, just not knowing where the hell I was going as far as
Right.
life and everything else, man. You guys are like, you know, staples for me up there, man. You know, obviously with a couple other people, man, but I really appreciate even able to catch up with you guys now. We talking 30 years, man, and you know, damn man, I sound old saying that, but it just gotta like
No, we old,
but
man.
yeah, yeah. You
We
know what I mean?
old, Jack.
But I appreciate both of you guys, man. I know like there's gaps in communication or just catching up or what have you. And I've always made it a point. I think that's part of my personality, just to make sure I reach out here and there, whether it was popping up at Surprise at Dan, going to his game. I know they got stomped out, but it was yeah, but it was but the point was he didn't even want and for Dan to even just be like, you know, even like you said, just not losing, but he was still cool enough, like, yo, let me meet these motherfuckers for to get something to eat real quick. You know what I mean? Like that meant a lot, you know what I mean? And I think even obviously me and Dan spending some time, was a year or 2 years at
A
Southern.
year, 1 year.
Yeah, Southern. And obviously Marcus just continued that whole relationship, man, just catching up with you and what have you there. And then I think you know, obviously the Anna piece, but you know,
Mhm.
just seeing your growth and everything too, man. And I know you've been through a lot, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, mom, you know,
Yeah,
passing not too long ago and all that. And I made a point, like it was like no ifs, ands, or buts, like me jump on a plane and go down.
yeah.
North Carolina, you know, and just be there. I ain't gotta say a word, but I just felt, you know, just being there was more than enough, man. And I wouldn't have hesitated to do it any other time if it was done over again, man. But thank you guys, man. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. Like I said, just being a part of my life, especially that transition from young adult to adulthood and trying to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? like I
Yeah.
said, I really appreciate it, man. That's the reason I wanted to catch you guys, just to say thank you, man.
Hey,
Well,
man. I mean,
same here, bro. Same here.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and yo, well said, first of all. And yo, I couldn't have did me without y'all. Believe it or not, man. I just if y'all wasn't there, I'd be like, yo, I'm getting back on this bus. I'm going back to New York City. I don't care
Yeah,
what y'all talking
yeah,
about. It's not happening. But again, just to see how you guys have turned out and knowing that if you got a daughter, then you got two boys, and then you was a coach. So it's just and Ibn, you've always been that. You've always been the glue that kept everybody looped in. So
Yeah.
you know that, and that's the key. Like we needed you for that because
mm,
without you, I don't know what Dan's doing. You know, I
yeah,
don't
Right.
like. The one time I talked to Chris, Chris was like, "Yeah, you know, Dan was coaching now," and because he told me about that, Chris was like, "Yeah, I
okay.
talked to Dan that one time." And I'm like, Dan who?" He's like, "Dan Henry." I was like, "Oh, word." I was like, "Okay."
Hmm.
But just having you as that piece, that glue piece, you know, knowing that it's there, man. But I think, you know, at the end, this is what genuine friendship is about. You know, life
Right,
happens. We grow
that's
in
right.
life, but we always come back. You know, we living out our life in stages and we come back. And this is just it. You know, you know, Dan told me like, yo, Marcus, man, you know, what the college scene look like. So I'll try to help him out. I'm like, all right, he's a good dude. I know who he is. You know, it ain't like I'm trying to look out for Chris Rideout or something like that.
Wow, Chris Ryder. Ooh,
Chris Rideout.
yeah, yeah.
You know, but I think this is what. So no thanks needed, man. Thank you for always being the connector, man. So
Yes,
you know,
definitely, definitely.
Wow, that was a name, Chris, huh?
yeah,
Ooh.
Chris Rideout.
Yeah, his name started. It was the big Polish guy, linebacker, Joe, right?
Joe,
Joe.
Joe,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Sobolewski or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I always
yeah.
wondered what the hell happened to him because he went to Penn State.
Right.
yeah. He
Yeah,
did, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's solid. He's solid. Yes.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Like I said, appreciate it. Like I said, definitely appreciate it, man. And even with the basketball guys, like I said, it's interesting just to see this, like obviously Cat and all of them. I mean, kind of, you know, wound up doing his thing. I think he had, I mean, a bunch of years in the league, man. I know
Yeah.
he had a heart condition. He had to kind of call it
Stop
quits, but
that.
he's still around. You still see him. I think he be on Fox or whatever, and you know, and I think the Big Three and all that stuff. I think he still do all that stuff, man. And it was cool, like just to see those guys being down to earth, like the Luther. I know Luther was young when we got there. Luther Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's like, you know, 10th grade or whatever the case is. But all those guys, and it's crazy just to see. Like I think when you just tell people like that whole squad went Division One. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Right.
did.
y'all went D1. Like that's
Yeah.
just what they did. It was a machine, man. It was a
Yeah.
machine. Yeah, it's just great. Like it's just great. Like you mentioned, the international students, some football players, some basketball players mixed in that small town. Just I know they, yeah, host families. All of us were host
Yeah.
families,
Host families.
and then I know, if I recall, it's starting to come back a little bit. They had, I'll leave some stuff out, but you do a party for them one time, and I'm gonna leave the rest of that out though.
All right, all right.
Yeah, Marcus, we'll leave the rest of that.
Yeah,
I know you
leave
do
that
it.
one out. Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
that one out.
I'm gonna leave the rest of that out. But yeah,
All right.
but it was just crazy though. Like I said, just like all this stuff here. But yeah, like I said, we all turned out all right, man, and continue to
Yeah.
do so, and got these kids, and like I said, get them to see the world and get them to obviously
That's
be
it.
way better than us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's different. I mean, like I said, having the daughters, listen to y'all with the sons, and how y'all was just talking about you just letting them steer their own course. Because I was just, I told my wife, I just like, I'm so happy I got a daughter. Because I was like, if I had a son, and I obviously I probably would have shifted and adjusted.
Wait till she turned 11 and 12 and
Yeah,
the boy
Mhm.
thing
I
kick
know,
in
I
and
know,
you're
I
like,
know, I know.
you
But I
better
was just
go
mentioning,
ahead.
I just mentioned the initial stuff as far as like if something they didn't want me to do, like particularly like playing like a sport or something, I think I would have felt some kind of way. But ultimately, I'd have been his father, and whatever he
Yeah.
wanted to do, you just guide him. But you do,
Yeah.
you had that little like, God damn it, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah,
Not one time. You have it multiple times. Like,
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Like
because
once
you
a
know what
week.
it is, man. Right. At least because you know what it is. You be sitting there and you watch them and they'll do some shit real athletic. You be like,
yeah,
fucking waste, man. It's like, like, yo, I mean, I recall watching I remember when Miles was 2 years old. I'm in the kitchen and I had just mopped the floor and he came in through there running and he slipped and his feet went up in the air and I was like, damn, I can't get to him quick enough. I went to move. He grabbed the refrigerator thing, pulled his body, tilted it, and then popped on his feet and started laughing and ran off. I was like, oh man, I got me an athlete. Yeah. Man, I was like, you want to play football? Nah, I'm good. Shit. Like, all right.
I thought about that. Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
that
what
would
you
have
gonna
bothered
play?
me. I would have bothered for a second. It would bother me for a second.
Yo, you get over it quick though,
Yeah,
man.
you obviously being a parent. Damn, Marcus didn't tell you this, and I almost forgot to share this. He actually is a jujitsu. He actually had a bout in Madison Square Garden. He didn't share that.
Oh
With
yeah.
Yeah. I did a MMA fight in Madison Square Garden
No
a couple
shit.
years back. Yeah,
Okay.
I had a fight.
I just actually
Yeah.
started training jujitsu again.
Yo,
Last week I started training again.
what belt are you?
I'm only a white belt. I
Nah,
never
yo, stick it out,
tested.
man. You gotta
Yeah.
stick it out. I'm a brown
Yeah,
belt.
no.
You gotta stick it out, man.
Because
Stick it-
I was training MMA, so I didn't really just go to a
okay,
jiu-jitsu school where I could
Yeah.
get belt promotions. It was an
Mhm.
MMA school.
right.
Yeah, because I'm just went back to just jiu-jitsu. I'm not trying to get punched
Get
anymore.
punched anymore, right? Yo, man, this is it's therapy for me, man. In fact, I was training tonight, but it's
Oh, yeah?
therapy for me. Yeah, man, it's therapy for me, man.
Yeah,
I
no,
love it.
that's what I need. I was doing CrossFit, and I'm just like I need something
You
else.
need something else. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's just what it was for me. Same thing. I was gonna try CrossFit. I went into one day. I was like, nah, I'm no. I gotta do something different. So I jumped into jujitsu, man. Actually, how I got into jujitsu was Miles. Miles was going to a pre-K3 school, and one day he comes home. He goes, "Daddy," I was like, "How was school today?" He said, "Oh, whatever the kid's name." He spit on me. Yeah, I lost it. I was crying. I'm like, yo, I was like, yo, what'd you do? He's like, well, I didn't do nothing. He said, but the other kids told the teacher. So that, having a conversation with a 3-year-old, I'm like, yo, look, man, you have the green light to whoop anybody ass who hits you first or spit on you. I was like,
Hell yeah.
I'll deal with the teachers. I'll deal with the parents. Don't worry about anything. So I was like, I got to put him into something. So he's been training jujitsu since he was 3.5, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna be really, really good.
My son, the wrestler, did it too. That's how he got into wrestling. He was doing jujitsu, and then my friend's a coach, a wrestling coach, and he was
Okay.
like, "Yo, he needs to wrestle." And then it just he took it off from there.
Because you know what it is when you do jujitsu and you know different shit that wrestlers don't, and wrestlers can't. You can slow them down, but then the wrestlers, that speed that wrestlers go at, that pace,
Yeah,
that pace is
crazy.
crazy. That pace is crazy. I've never
Yeah.
seen any pace like that. And every time I do a tournament, I get a wrestler, I can't stand them. I'm like, yo, I gotta grab him because if I
Right.
grab him, then I'm good. I can, I can slow him down. But yo, when they shooting on you, that pace, I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
deal with this, man.
Go, 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 go.
Go, 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 go. I remember a kid shot, we was on like an 18-foot mat. We started in the middle. I'll never forget this, Dad. I stifled his first shot. He was on his knees and he still shot on me all the way across the bat. I laughed the entire way as I fell out of bounds. I was like, I can't do this. So the ref brought us back in. He was like, all right, come back. I sat down. The dude was like, really? I was like, yo, man, I'm not doing this with you. I was like, I'm not doing this with you, man. Nah. I was like, this ain't happening, Jack.
That's good shit. Good shit.
Nah, but yo, keep going, man. Keep going with it. Just,
I will.
Yeah, it's a lifelong journey, man. But like I said, shit, Wiz Khalifa doing it now, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen him at a tournament. He was at one of the IBJJF, so he's sitting in the stands, chilling, watching his boys roll. He does it. He's big into it. A lot of people, man. It's therapy. I don't know how to explain it, man.
Okay.
And it's just you putting your life in the hands of people that it's a different relationship in there. And
Yeah,
Dan
sure.
speak to you because you get choked out and then you get picked up.
Yeah, like dust you up, smack you on the ass. All right, get up.
Cool. and then you're taught how to do it. You're taught how to defend it, and it's just a whole different relationship, man. But they're cool. It's good people. It's really all walks of life in there, man. Jiu-jitsu will humble you. If anything, you will be humble quickly.
Yeah.
Sure.
MMA the same thing. You go in there with some dude who's real technical with the punches and the leg kicks, and you big, and he like 100 pounds fucking you up. You like, yo, what is going on? See, Dad doing that laugh. He'd have been there before. And you in the world, you like, yo, what is going on? He's like, tap, 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 tap.
Yeah.
And now on you. I'm like, but it's cool, man. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, nah, man. And I know when this thing kind of gets subsided, I know where everybody's position is with this pandemic and everything, but love to see you guys in person, man. Like I said, this thing gets situated, man. Nice bite to eat. Everybody ain't too far from each other because you're in Bronx, right, Marcus? I believe.
Yeah, I'm in the Bronx.
Okay.
So, then where you at now, Dan?
I'm in Rutherford, man. I bought a house in Rutherford.
Okay.
Right over the bridge for me.
Right there, yeah. So absolutely, and obviously everybody's still there for me in Jersey. So absolutely, man. I love to just catch up, grab a bite to eat something, man.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Absolutely, let's do it. We got to do it. We got to kick it, especially with all this madness going on, man, in this world right now. So I love to bounce some ideas off you guys, and especially you, Dan, because you got one older and one younger than mine, or around the same age. So it'd be interesting just to see your point of view.
Yeah.
I'm like, he 11. I'm like, yo, he'd be like, why are you watching this? I'm like, I had to show him the other day, man. I was like, the last kid, that kid Dante, right? So, my wife is Cape Verdean, so my son is real light skinned. He's real light. So my wife, Cape Verdeans, they look anywhere from they look Spanish to like Ibn's color. So you just don't, that's just that's the range. Because they off the west coast of Africa. So that's the range. So I had to show him, man. I showed the kid. I was like, I want you to look at this kid. He's like, what about? I was like, yo, Miles, that's you. That's you when you're 20. Like, that's your skin complexion when you're 19, 20. I was like, I gotta stay on top of this shit. I gotta get you ready for this nonsense because this is what you're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
And because his crew, he has a whole mix of kids. Like he has this Dominican and black kid. He had a Puerto Rican and black. Then he chills with an Albanian. And then he has like a French Spanish kid mix. It's he got a weird mix of kids. So you know what I'm saying? They know what I'm talking about. Especially when he got a weird mix of kids. So it's not like how we went through the dynamics we went through. So trying to get him to understand, like, yo, man, this racism thing is real and it's still there and it's active. And it's hard. Like we're in a different world now. Like, we got it because we dealt with it. We dealt with it all day, every day. These kids, it's kind of masked with them. So it's kind of hard really punching them in the head with it without punching them in the head. So it's tough, man. So that's why we gotta keep it sticking together, man, and stay in contact, man, just as much as we can, bro.
Absolutely. Nah, you guys Be well, families. Be well, man. Like I said.
Likewise. Dan, it's great to see you, man.
Good
We
to see
definitely
you
got
too,
to get
bro.
up, brother.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. That's
Yeah,
cool. Good
man.
stuff. Good stuff.
All right,
All right.
man.
Nah, I'll talk to y'all.
All right,
All right,
be good,
peace.
fellas.
All
Take
right.
care.
Peace, fellas.
Later.
All right. Yeah, man. That's cool, man. Like I said, this is why I do this, man. Like I said, just those bonds, my everyday heroes, man. Just got a plethora of them, you know. So I really appreciate just taking time out to catch up with them, and we're gonna keep this official thanks. We're gonna just keep it all moving, man. So till next time, gonna rock out. Put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.